What's up, guys? Twice here after a very small hiatus, but hey, this is actually a pretty awesome time. My friends, Bushiroad, in its recent stream, has just announced Season 5. That's right. Season 4 was kind of short-lived. Actually, I don't even think the English anime is done with Season 3. Like, I think Link Joker is still going on in English. But, Season 4 is gone. Episode 195 is going to be uploaded next week. I just watched 194. And we have some amazing updates. So, for those of you that don't know, there is a new generation of Vanguard that's coming out. They're kind of pulling a Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess you could say, in that we're switching main characters. There's a whole new mechanic being introduced, and the game overall is going to change quite a bit. And really, I'm actually kind of happy because this is really good for the game that now we're moving on to a new era. We've got a new main character who what the hell is this? Seriously, they could have easily just gone without this. I don't. It doesn't look good on his hair. And then we got this guy who looks like a girl, and this girl who is apparently really interesting. And then, of all people, guess who's coming back? Freaking Kamui. Anyway, so we're just gonna go down this list. Oh, you can all find this on the Vanguard Blogspot. I'll post a link to this in the description below, as well as a video from TCG Ireland, which kind of went over the same thing, but maybe you can get something different from them as well. They're the ones that I originally got this information from, that I just checked out the website. Anyway, so the new Vanguard season is going to be called Cardfight Vanguard G. Okay, and the G, it stands for kind of a lot of things, but it's for Generation Stride. It's kind of like the new thing. So basically, on October 26th, the new anime is going to be coming out, and it's going to like completely wipe the slate clean, as it says right here for newcomers. So basically, we're going to get some new trial decks, but the whole series is like starting from the beginning, from BT01. So we have the original BT01, Descent of the King of Knights. Now we're going to have the new one, right? So just showing the divide in the series. And when you go down and you see VG-G, so that's just showing you that this is the next Vanguard thing. So Bushiroad staying, of course, organized and consistent with how they, market their products. Anyway, so this is following a 3-year time skip after the movie itself, which is interesting because I haven't actually seen the movie. I don't know if there is a way for English audiences to see the movie. Anyway, so we have 3 new characters here, whose names I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Anyway, we have this kid Kurono. He's the new protagonist. He lost his parents at an early age, whatever, and he has to rely on his own power. You've got this guy Shion, who is, a cool new guy. He's educated in fencing, so he's going to be using a paladin clan, of course. And this other girl, Tokoha, yeah, and she's a true Tokyoite girl. I don't know what that really means. Anyway, he's going to be using a new clan called the Gear Chronicle, of course, Generation Stride, Kurono, like that just makes sense, Chronicle. His name is actually a pun, like a double language pun, which is kind of interesting how they did that. This kid is going to be using a Royal Paladin, and then this girl is going to be using Neonectar, which is awesome because Neonectar was one of those clans that I felt was just never given the right kind of attention. Like, it was a good clan that had, from set 8, had a well-established, archetype, and got, very little support. So I'm very glad that Neonectar is now going to be a major clan. It's really cool. Hopefully they do more things like that, kind of change it up a little bit. Anyway, so we're going to go down here. Kamui will now be not only a supporting character, but he's actually working at a second card capital. The new chain of card capitals is owned, of course, by Misaki. Like, Misaki is going to own the chain of card capitals. I guess she's going to inherit it from her uncle or something. But that's awesome because Kamui is still using Nova Grappler. Nova Grappler is still a major clan. Bushiroad loves Nova Grappler, and I'm so excited because that's like my main clan. Anyway, that's awesome. I wonder if he's probably still in high school because it says he's only working part-time. That's really awesome, though. Oh, and this guy, Ibuki Koji, from the movie is actually coming back, voiced by the same guy. He's from the movie as well, so the leader is probably going to be like the new Link Joker thing. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. So we have 3 new characters, all of whom use different clans. But I'm glad Royal Paladin, though, is kind of is staying relevant. And Nova Grappler, of course, is going to stay relevant. And then Oracle Think Tank, I think, is also going to get some new support soon, so that's going to be good. Hopefully Misaki is going to be using that one. Anyway, so we get actually a new director and writer for the series. Apparently, two major ones are leaving. I don't really pay attention to this stuff, but apparently, one of the new writers is the girl who actually wrote season 20 or episode 23, which is when Ren showed up. The fight between Ren and Kai, which you see right here in this picture, and then the masterpiece of the season when Tsukiyomi got the stack deck thing, which was a great episode. So hopefully that kind of brilliant writing is now going to be just completely throughout the whole season, which I'm actually very excited about. Now onto something that most people are going to be interested in, and that's the new mechanic. So Harmonix Messiah was the card that everyone got from the movie booster. That was like the promo card. So Stride was the new mechanic that they're introducing, but Harmonix Messiah doesn't belong in an actual deck. He's part of an extra deck. So they are introducing an extra deck to Vanguard. Hopefully it's not going to become the shit show that Yu-Gi-Oh's extra deck thing was, because anyone who has come from Yu-Gi-Oh to Vanguard can tell you when they introduced the extra deck, things got really fucked up really fast. Whatever. Anyway, so we have the new extra deck for Vanguard, and Harmonix Messiah has the new Stride mechanic. So basically, you can discard cards with a total of grade 3 from the hand. So that could be a grade 3, a grade 2, and a grade 1, 3 grade 1s, things like that. And then you're going to Stride. So you're going to ride this card, grade 4, on top of your current Vanguard. So let's say that you have, I'm trying to think of something here. Let's just say you have Ethics Buster Extreme. I don't know. He's my favorite card, so I'm going to use that one. So basically, he is going to get the base 11,000 power from Ethics Buster Extreme, because he wouldn't get the Cross Ride power because it's not one of his abilities. And so then he's going to get the 16 plus the 11, so that's 27, and then he's going to retain his name, which means that archetypes are still going to be viable, because guess what? If Harmonix Messiah also has the name, Strongest Beast Deity Ethics Buster Extreme, then Beast Deity cards are still going to work with him, which is awesome. So Stride cards can be used with every single kind of deck. That's great, especially Harmonix Messiah, because it's not part of any clan or nation. And then you get a triple drive check, and at the end of the turn, that the Stride card is going to be put back in the extra deck. Now, apparently, there's going to be a new step called the G Assist step, but they haven't really explained too much of that yet, so I don't exactly know how that's going to work. But the new trial decks are coming out, and they actually revealed what clans are coming out. This is kind of interesting for Bushiroad. They don't reveal things in this kind of order, so that's actually really nice for us as players, because players that play a certain clan now know when they're going to get their specific, help for their clan, and they know what to use, for the meta in the time being. Anyway, so of course we get another Fighters Collection down here, which will contain all clans, but the new trial decks are going to be coming out on November 21st. Okay, mark that date in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. November 21st is when Season 5 will officially begin. Okay, and then the first trial deck will support the Gear Chronicle clan, which, from the way that it's the main card of that clan looked, or like the card that the new protagonist used, I think it's actually part of Dark Zone, which would be really kind of cool. And then the second trial deck will support, of course, Royal Paladin, right? And then in the first actual booster, we have Royal Paladin, Gear Chronicle, Kagero, Nova Grappler, and Oracle Think Tank support. So a throwback, actually. The original 4 clans, Royal Paladin, Nova Grappler, OTT, and Kagero, along with the new one. So that's kind of cool how although it's starting over again, they're kind of bringing it back at the same time. The next trial decks are going to be for Aquaforce and for Neonectar. The second trial or booster is going to contain Neonectar and Aquaforce support along with other clans. The new extra booster is actually going to contain Dimension Police support, which is awesome because Deep Police has some really awesome cards, but they just don't have a lot of support. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work out. And then these trial decks are going to be for Shadow Paladin and Link Joker, just from Season 3. And then, of course, they're going to be in the next booster, and then this extra booster is going to be for Bermuda Triangle. And then, of course, like I said, Fighters Collection 3 is for all clans. So it looks really interesting. I really can't wait to see how the new stride mechanic, I've seen the artwork for some of these cards, and oh my god, some of the artwork looks fantastic, right? And then, of course, they actually made a change to the trial decks as well. So basically, the new trial decks are going to contain two triple, or like four triple rare cards rather, but two of those are going to be perfect guards, and then the other two cards are going to be copies of the card on the box. So let's say you had this for like the Link Joker trial deck from season 3. You would get two Infinite Zero Dragon and then two Barrier Starvader Prometheum, which is great because that means that buying two trial decks will get you like most of the cards that you need for a finished deck. So it's going to be a lot easier for new people to get into the meta at a hopefully lower cost. Thank you Bushiroad for making it easier for new players to come in. And I really would like to see how the older decks kind of work with this. I would like to see, things like Metatron becoming a little bit more relevant with the stride mechanic. Maybe apparently they're going to introduce cards that can Legion with older cards. That would be really freaking cool. So apparently Bushiroad has a lot of ideas in mind. This is just going to be, it's a whole new world basically for Vanguard. Oh, and they have a new website for this, but it's in Japanese and I can't read Japanese, unfortunately. But yeah, so really interesting all the stuff that's coming out. Then, guys, this is cool. This channel started at the tail end of season 2 in the English format when season 3 was like just getting started in Japan. So it's been over a year now, and it's October of 2014, and it's just really awesome where the game's come thus far and all the new stuff that we've seen. I'm really excited. I'm very excited. Anyway, so hope you guys are too. Thank you for sticking with us for all this time. This has been great, really. This is why we make videos, because of you guys. And I can't emphasize that enough, so thank you again. Remember to always have a great day and keep card fighting forever in the future, even for the next generation. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.